Jupiter is the fifth planet from the Sun in the Solar System and the largest of all. Jupiter is the third brightest planet in the night sky after Earth's Moon and Venus. Jupiter is the fourth brightest natural object in Earth's sky, following the Sun, the Moon, and Venus. It can be seen during the daytime, and its four largest moons can be seen through a small telescope. Jupiter, like other most planets, is not a well-defined solid object. It mainly consists of gaseous matter. Jupiter is 5.2 astronomical units away from the Sun, that is, 5.2 times the distance between the Sun and the Earth. It takes Jupiter almost 12 Earth years to orbit around the Sun, but only 10 hours to rotate on its axis. It is the fastest rotating planet in the Solar System, having the shortest day. Jupiter has a mass 2.5 times greater than that of all the other planets in the Solar System combined. The adjective, Jovian, is used to describe something related to or a characteristic of the planet Jupiter. For example, all its moons are called Jovian satellites. Jupiter is famous for its Great Red Spot, which is a giant spot observed first in the 17th century. The giant red spot is a dust storm that is so immense that it gets larger than the size of Earth. Jupiter is also famous for its colored clouds that are red, brown, yellow and white. These clouds appear as strips on the planet and impart Jupiter a very distinctive look. Jupiter has the strongest magnetic field in the Solar System, except that of the Sun. Jupiter spins faster than any other planet in the Solar System. As Jupiter spins at a high speed, and because of the lack of solid mass in the planet's composition, Jupiter has flattened out at the poles and has bulged at the equator. Jupiter is also accredited with having the largest moon in the Solar System, Ganymede. This was also discovered by Galileo, and this moon is even bigger than the planet Mercury. Jupiter helps the Earth by deflecting comets and asteroids away from it. Otherwise, these comets and asteroids could strike Earth, causing potential damage. Scientists believe that Jupiter could have been a star had it been 80 times more massive than what it is today. Jupiter is the biggest source of radio emissions in the sky. Its radio waves are even received on Earth but are mostly below the audible level for humans. Uranus and Neptune are ice giants while Jupiter and Saturn are gas giants. Jupiter is 318 times heavier than Earth. Jupiter's mass is 1,000th that of Sun's mass. Callisto, or Jupiter IV, has a heavily cratered surface and no indication of geological activity. The composition of Jupiter is similar to that of the Sun. Jupiter is a windy planet. It experiences wind speeds of 192 miles per hour to more than 400 miles per hour. Jupiter is named after Jupiter, the king of the Roman gods in mythology. An astronaut weighing 100 pounds on Earth would weigh 240 pounds on Jupiter. Jupiter's magnetic field is 16 to 54 times as powerful as that of the Earth. The length of each season on Jupiter is roughly 3 years. Jupiter emits more heat than it receives from the Sun, almost twice its intake. Jupiter has the largest ocean in the Solar System, an ocean made up of liquid hydrogen instead of water. A spacecraft couldn't potentially land on Jupiter because of lack of a solid surface. The planet is built mostly from gases and liquids that are swirling around. Europa, one of Jupiter's moons, is one of the likeliest places to find life elsewhere in our solar system. Jupiter has an extremely strong and complex magnetic field that differs from that of the Earth, and is caused by the unusual structure of its diffuse core and the influence of the volcanic activity of its moon Io. Jupiter's strong magnetic field attracts numerous asteroids and comets, experiencing about 200 times more impacts than Earth. The lines on Jupiter's surface are generated by the planet's quick rotation speed, which stretches the clouds into belts. The characteristic Great Red Spot on Jupiter's surface is a large anticyclonic vortex, the biggest storm in the Solar System, and its origin is unknown. Great Red Spot rotates counterclockwise, completing a full rotation in 4.5 Earth days. Jupiter's Great Red Spot extends 500 kilometers below the clouds. The winds on the edges of Great Red Spot have a speed between 430 and 680 kilometers per hour. Jupiter's mean surface temperature is -110 degrees Celsius. Calculations based on data collected by probes over the years estimate that the temperature in the core is 19,700 degrees Celsius, where the pressure is 4,000 gigapascals. Jupiter has faint rings that are only visible when backlit by the Sun. They were discovered in 1979 by the spacecraft Voyager 1, and are made of small dark particles. The ring system in Jupiter has four main components: an inner torus of particles or halo ring, a brighter and thin main ring whose orbit coincides with that of the Moon Adrastea, and two outer gossamer rings made of particles from the two inner moons Amalthea and Thebe, and connected to their orbits. There is no possibility of life on Jupiter, even though it has some elements that were present in the primitive Earth, i.e., those which originated organic matter. This is because the high temperature and pressure make life impossible.